The inks have barely dried on their framework agreement, but the six powers and Iran seem again to be divided over how to make it all work. Disagreements over how to conduct inspections and how to lift the sanctions are still not resolved, as Medina Kuchnever explains.
The nuclear deal reached over Iran was hailed by many as a victory in diplomacy. The smiles and handshakes of the parties involved gave plenty of color to every global headline after the news broke. But as the excitement quietened down, it seems a number of stumbling blocks remain after 8 long days of negotiations. One of the key points was the devastating sanctions that were introduced against Iran. Now, the last wave was launched back in 2006 and had a crippling effect on the economy. Tehran thought the issue was now settled, but it seems it's not quite on the same page as Washington.
This relief will be phased as Iran takes steps to adhere to the deal. If Iran violates the deal, sanctions can be snapped back into place.
According to international law, the U.S. administration will be responsible for and obliged to lift the sanctions at once. If anybody is talking about the gradual lifting of sanctions, beware that they are going against what has been agreed so far.
The international community wants to have access to all Iran's nuclear facilities, thus proving that Tehran is keeping its end of the bargain. But right after the deal was struck, the International Atomic Energy Agency said it wanted to install cameras to make sure it can monitor everything, from reactors to material such as uranium and centrifuges.
Iran places a number of facilities under IAEA monitoring and verification. For these facilities, we can send inspectors, we can install cameras, and we can tell if the activities are for a peaceful purpose.
However, Iran's top negotiator, Mohammad Zarif, said on Tuesday that Iran will not allow cameras in its facilities. And finally, another key issue of the deal was the reduction of enriched uranium stockpiles, which is the key ingredient necessary to generate a nuclear weapon. Iran has agreed to drastically reduce its reserves. However, questions remain over how to do that. The U.S. wants the material to be shipped outside the country, something Iran said it would never do. So while the agreement, which was initially called everything from the deal of the century to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, is in reality built on some shaky ground.